Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guess what? I am going to Slovakia. Can you believe it? I'm still shocked, man. I'm going, but this is crazy that I'm going. I got my green tea, actually orange tea here with lemon, so let's get into it. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So typically when you propose to a woman, the tradition is basically that you will meet her family and you will meet her parents and her siblings or, everybody involved in her family. And you will go to them and you will ask them for their blessing to marry their daughter. I think, some ask for the permission. But I think that depends on the age. So I think if you're a very young person, more likely you would probably ask for their permission to marry their daughter. But I think if you're, especially if you're like 20 or something like that, and you're just a kid or something. But I think if you're an older gentleman, not that I'm old, because I'm not, I'm saying this gray hair is not mine. Somebody put it there. But if you're older, like for me being 46, you would ask for their blessing to marry their daughter, because you're asking not so much for permission, but their blessing. And you're not only asking for the parents, you're asking for the family's blessing to be able to start a new life with their daughter. And I think, the downside of COVID, and there's so many of them, you can write a list and probably get paid from a book, was that it prevented a lot of things like travel. I know for me personally, it prevented, for instance, for the first probably almost a year and a half, the United States borders were closed to people traveling here unless you were a U.S. citizen. So that kind of screwed up a lot there. And then for a very long time, the European borders were closed to U.S. citizens. And I mean, even when they were opening up to other countries throughout Europe, they were closed to us. So it prevented me from traveling there to meet her family, which is, like I said, typically what you would do prior to proposing to somebody, and I was unable to do that. So while we were planning the wedding last year, which had gotten postponed because of COVID, the opportunity was not there. But with the wedding being postponed, it gave us an opportunity to do some things that we probably would have done before. Like I said, traditionally, like her meeting my mom and having dinner with my mom, and me meeting her family and having dinner with them and spending time with them. Those are the things that we were unable to do. So with it being delayed last year, gave us an opportunity to plan some things before we get married this year. So it gave us an opportunity to take care of those things. So it was a blessing out of a crazy storm and a crazy situation that we were able to do that. So that's how the Slovakia trip all came together. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm a little nervous. I mean, I love traveling. It's a blessing to do that, but I've never been to Central Europe. I don't know much about that region. I know that my fiance is from there. I know it's a beautiful country from what I've seen, with a lot of lovely traditions and lovely food and pierogi and all that good stuff. So I'm excited about going there and eating that. She has a big family, so I'm excited about meeting them. I'm excited about going for a run down in these areas and just running through the city and just be like this. Hey guys, bring out the Kappa Schnitzer, all that good stuff, So it's going to be really cool to kind of spend time with my future mother-in-law, my future father-in-law, my future nieces and future brother-in-laws and all those good stuff. It's going to be really cool to do that. And the blessing out of this, which I'll announce down the road, is my mom will be traveling, not this time, but the second time, which will be summertime projected. So it's going to be really cool for our parents to meet as well. And this is another thing that I really wish we could have done prior to our marriage. But again, COVID prevented a lot of things. But the blessing is we can do those things the way it kind of lined up now. And for my mom to be able to travel to Slovakia is going to be a blessing. She's never been overseas. For her to be able to meet their family, it's a blessing, because those opportunities when you live so far apart are very rare. It's one thing for her to spend time with my mom or me to spend time with her family, but our parents meeting, that's something that doesn't always happen. So we're really excited about that. That's in the works as well. and just, you know, enjoying the time and preparing our hearts for marriage, and everything that we're doing, and staying strong, and staying positive, and staying committed to our love that God has blessed us with. And just this journey has been fantastic and amazing, even with the ups and downs we had last year with the wedding planning, and it not working out in the time frame that we wanted it. It worked out to where we were able to take care of so many different things. So it's been a blessing in disguise, that we were able to kind of, you know, build from that and be stronger from that. And I appreciate that about our relationship and our engagement. And I love all the support we get from family and friends, and I'm thankful for that as well. Stay tuned, people. Big story coming, big blog coming, and all this other stuff. I'm just waiting to the last minute to kind of release that information. So it's going to be really cool to check that out. So, yeah, I'm going to Slovakia, man. I'm excited. I'll be in Slovakia in April, the mid-April. So watch my crazy countdowns. You know how I do it. I take the numbers and I kind of put them in different movie titles and stuff like that to start counting backwards. So if you haven't figured it out by now, and I do that before every international trip I take, I always do this weird countdown. And I hadn't really done it because I was waiting for the numbers to get kind of lower this time. And I've just been doing it by the weeks, but it starts tonight. So stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned soon for my next video that's going to be really hilarious. It's another pen pal horror. If you've heard about the first two, you won't want to miss this one. Yeah, that's coming up soon. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Stay blessed. Take care. Drink orange tea, green tea, and, you know, get a Starbucks cup. Peace.